So apparently there are a number of films where a stranger moves into a family home and f***s both parents, then the teenage kids.
Come again?
And here's another one. I'm Jay Harangue and I talk about soft porn and stalker movies.
You should subscribe.
This is A Woman Scorned, also known as just Scorned, and if you've seen my rundown of Thy Neighbour's Wife, this may seem very familiar, as the plot is virtually identical. If you haven't, the link's in the description. So we start by meeting the Weston family. Alex, his wife Marina, and their son Roby. Roby's age didn't become clear to me for some time, but I'll come on to that later. And then there's Belle, the housekeeper. Don't know where she's from, but she goes around the house making noises like this. It's Roby's birthday today and his parents haven't remembered because they're too busy with their serious careers.
Poor thing.
Alex is an architect, Marina's job is irrelevant. So Roby is hanging around sulking at the bottom of the stairs. He's carrying a basketball with him everywhere, he gets spanked by the maid, and this is his birthday cake. So at this point I'm thinking he's supposed to be 12 or 13, and they've just cast a totally inappropriate actor. Then we meet Truman and Patricia Langley, and their situation is far more depressing. Truman tells Patricia that he's inviting this guy Wainwright home tonight so he can close the deal, and she's like, oh no, not again. But he's like, look, I need this, alright? Truman has bought a car and he can't afford it, but it's okay because this Wainwright deal will guarantee him a partnership at work.
You know what they say, if you wait till you can afford it, you're never gonna have it.
Do people say that? No, if you can't afford something, you don't buy it. This is basic common sense.
Yes, of course.
Anyway, we then see Roby at school. Some of the kids are driving, so he must be about 17. He's smoking to look cool and asks this girl out.
Oh, I'm really sorry I can't.
You can't blame her. She's in high school and Roby walks around with a basketball all the time and had a child's birthday cake for breakfast.
True.
So Roby drives off in a mood. Yep, definitely 17. Back at Truman's work, Alex Weston is there talking to the partners and Truman wants to know what's going on. But he's got the big meeting with Wainwright tonight, so he needs to focus on that. Apparently, Roby only went to school to ask that girl out, as the school has called the Weston family to say he hasn't turned up. Alex is angry because it's important Roby gets his grades up so he can get into Brookview Academy.
The Brookview Academy is one of the finest college prep schools in the country. So, do you think now's the time for you to fuck up?
So Alex says Roby can't drive his little Jeep thing anymore until he starts behaving himself. And now we're back at the Langley's house. Wainwright has arrived and he starts touching Patricia inappropriately. She gets angry and starts shouting at Truman in the kitchen. Wainwright can hear their arguing about what he's just done, but he's not even embarrassed. In fact, he seems really chuffed with himself.
I hate this deal. Please.
Now, instead of telling Wainwright to get out of his house, Truman tells Patricia to just let it happen.
Just do this for us.
So yeah, that happens. Patricia is disgusted with herself, but hey, at least Truman is getting the big promotion. Oh no, he isn't. The partnership is going to Alex Weston.
Oh no!
They needed the business Alex brings in, and offering him the partnership was the only way to get him to join the firm.
And we're gonna have to ask you to step down.
What?
That seems totally unnecessary, but I suppose it's all needed to be bad enough to force Truman to wear a shell suit and shoot himself.
Oh, what a loser!
So newly widowed Patricia goes into Truman's old office to ask his boss about Truman's life insurance. She sees when she's there that Alex Weston is the new partner and gets all his personal information off the computer. Then she stops off at Wainwright's house. She goes to Roby's school, asks who their recommended tutors are, gets some headed paper and sends a letter to the Westons saying Roby needs a tutor and they recommend Amanda Cressfield. That's Patricia's new name now, so I'll be calling her Amanda from now on. So when Roby gets home from school that day, they've already hired her.
She's going to be your new tutor.
Nice to meet you.
Roby normally hates schoolwork, but he seems okay with this because Amanda is hot. Now, I'm not going to get into the reasons or details because it's ridiculous, but somehow it's decided that Amanda will be moving into the Westons' guest house.
Really?
Next day at school, Amanda comes to pick up Roby.
Hi, Roby.
And his friends are pretty impressed.
Who was that?
I don't know, man, but she is awesome.
Later, while they're studying, Roby is looking at her tits, and for some reason, Belle, the housekeeper, is getting in a right mood about it. Marina is going to a party at the country club with Alex this evening, so Amanda runs her a bath, drugs her, and gets her drunk.
I'm Cleopatra floating down the Nile alone on my barge.
Okay.
While they're out, Roby is just playing some basketball outside. I'm not sure where he was aiming because there's no sign of a hoop, but the ball ends up outside a window to the guest house, and Roby sees Amanda in there getting changed. Amanda sees him peering in, so she starts touching herself. Belle catches Roby and sends him to his room. Amanda waits until Belle's left the house, goes up to Roby's room, and then they bang.
Excuse me?
Yes, but not before some teacher-student sex chat.
I'm gonna teach you everything I know. Pay attention. You'll be tested on all the material later. I expect your grades to go up. I may even give you a pop quiz.
Do me a favor.
Next morning, Alex isn't impressed with how drunk Marina was at the party. He goes down to the pool and starts talking to Amanda, and they agree to have a game of pool sometime.
I'm warning you, I play for keeps.
So do I.
I wonder if this game of pool will lead to anything. So anyway, Amanda has had enough of Belle, so when everyone's out of work, she sets a tripwire up at the top of the basement stairs. So she's dead. When Roby gets home, he's done well on his math test, so Amanda rewards him with sex.
Oh, I see.
Marina gets home soon after and finds Belle.
This is all very unfortunate.
Later that evening, we're at the pool table and Amanda walks in on Alex playing. Alex is very upset about Belle.
Belle was with us for 12 years. She was part of the family.
Yeah, see, I'm not having that, considering this is how Marina was speaking to her the morning she died.
Just do it and don't give me such a hard time. Thank you.
So that's bullshit. Anyway, let's not mess about. Alex and Amanda bang and Roby sees them at it through the window. So Roby's like, okay, Dad, I'll be taking the Jeep thing back now, thanks. And there's nothing Alex can do about it. The next day, when Alex is at work, Amanda goes upstairs, gives Marina more drugs, and then they bang.
What?
So now she's done both the parents and the kid.
Not bad.
Marina asks Roby why he isn't at school.
Take another fucking pill, Mother.
Oh, dear.
With all her killing, drugging and shagging, Amanda has completely torn this family apart. But it gets worse. She tells Roby that what he saw on the pool table wasn't what it looked like.
He forced you?
He was angry.
Did my father hurt you?
I was just a little scared.
Then she goes upstairs and hands Marina an earring, which makes her think Alex is cheating. When Alex gets home, Marina is off her face on whatever pills she's been given, so it all kicks off and Roby hears. The Weston family is now totally fucked.
It is.
Next morning, things get worse and Alex and Roby start fighting in the kitchen. Amanda makes Marina some tea, but she's really upped the dosage. As it's Robbie's last night, Amanda doesn't want Marina disturbing their goodbye sex.
What a slut.
Alex isn't even bothering to say bye to Roby because of everything that's happened, so he's going straight to work. That night there's a storm, and Marina is getting nuisance calls. She's so off her tits on pills, she's walking around the house with a knife in a state. When Alex gets back, she accidentally slashes his hand. Because Marina has stopped taking her pills but is still feeling awful, she guesses that Amanda is drugging her and has decided that she's trying to kill her. Alex is like, oh, fuck off, love, you don't know what you're on about.
I beg to differ.
Next day at work, something Alex's secretary says triggers a memory.
Too little, too late, Weston. Too little, too late.
Too Little Too Late was the license plate of Truman's car that almost ran Alex over the morning Truman died.
I see.
He then noticed this morning that Amanda had the same license plate. Now, how has he not noticed this before? It's a pretty memorable license plate on a pretty obvious car, which has been parked in his driveway every day for the past few weeks.
What an idiot.
Anyway, we'll ignore that. Back at home, Amanda has returned to the house to beat up Marina.
Make this any harder on yourself.
So she takes Marina back to her room and ties her to the bed. Back at work, Alex is looking for some files in Truman Langley's boxes when he sees this photo.
The woman in this picture next to Langley. Who is she?
That's Patricia Langley, Truman's widow.
Alex now realises what's been going on, so he barges past people and hits plants because he's so desperate to get home, where Amanda/Patricia is about to stab Marina.
Marina!
Alex is like, right, put the knife down, and Amanda's all, you deserve this because you're a bad family man.
Your son was a better lover than you anyway, so was your wife for that matter.
God, that's gotta hurt.
You bitch.
So that's her dealt with, or is it?
No.
The police can't find her anywhere, so she must have escaped. And oh dear, she's with Roby at Brookview Academy. And that's the end of the film, so until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.